This video will be recorded. So for anybody who missed it tonight and was unable to join us, we will be posting this to our homepage and also to our social medias. Ms. Glendy, do we have a good amount of participants in the room?
Yeah, you're up to 80, 85, 86, and you have had over 113 register prior to this. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
Cool, a lot of people want to come.
All right, we'll just give it a couple minutes and then we'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead and get started. Remember, drop those comments in who you got, the Lakers or the Warriors, LeBron or Steph. Let us know. Memphis is playing right now. Just give you guys a heads up. You know what I'm saying? Grizzlies are playing right now. Okay. We got some deep Warrior fans in the group. Warriors all day.
Kings, go Kings. Hey.
Wishful thinking, maybe next year.
Been saying that since I was in middle school. 2005 was a long time ago.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna go ahead and get started real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this music. You guys are gonna hear enough for that on graduation day. Don't look at all my tabs. Okay, don't look at all my tabs. Get this bad boy presented. All right, let's jump on in. First things first, I want to say thank you to the class of 2021 and your families. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We know that you guys could have been a lot of different places, but we are so glad that you are here with us. First things, we're just going to go ahead and introduce the panel real quick, and then we can go ahead and jump in. I'll start off. I'm Mr. Jones. I am one of the assistant principals at Stagg, and I'm super glad you guys are here. Next up, I'm just let you guys popcorn in.
My name is Mr. Castile, and I'm the ASB director at Stagg High.
I'm Miss Rodriguez. I'm counselor at Stagg.
And Mr. Jorgensen, assistant principal at Stagg.
Yes, indeed. We also have Ms. Glendy on, who has been gracious enough to help us out with our webinar. This is her third webinar today, and she's been going back to back. So we really want to appreciate her and show her all love. We really appreciate you, Ms. Glendy. Let's go ahead and jump on in, all right? So again, this is the class of 2021 graduation webinar for our Delta Kings and Queens. Woo! Why didn't it go? Okay, I guess I got to click it. Okay, here we go. All right. So some things that we're going to hit in this presentation, some key presentation points. We'll talk about the graduation breakdown. We'll talk about how to turn in some materials, looking at the ticket distribution, cap and gown pickup. What are some things you can expect on graduation day? Some graduation do's and don'ts, and then we'll leave time at the end for you guys to ask any questions. If you guys have any comments or concerns about anything, we'll be here to go ahead and answer those for you. Feel free, you can go ahead and drop those questions in the chat, or you can also save those questions for at the end, okay? So either way works for us. And if I'm going too fast, again, we can't interact with you guys, so we can't see you guys. You guys can interact with us through the chat. Just let me know. I'll slow it down, speed it up, or whatever the situation may be. Jumping right on in. So congratulations. Graduation is Thursday, May 27th. That's next week, okay? We have 3 different ceremonies this year. In order to follow the COVID guidelines, we have 3 different ceremonies. The first one is at 9 o'clock. The second one is at 12 p.m. And the third one is at 3 p.m., all right? This year is going to be held at the stadium, at our high school, okay? That hasn't been done in a while. So this is something that is super remarkable, super dope for us to actually experience, okay? So for that 9 a.m. ceremony, if you have the last name A through Gonzalez Alma, you will be participating in that first ceremony, okay? So you will show up at that 9 a.m. ceremony. At the second ceremony, the 12 p.m., those are for last name Gonzalez through Gonzalez Antonio through Orgel, okay? If your last name falls in that alpha, make sure you show up for that second ceremony. The third ceremony and the final ceremony that day at 3 p.m. It will be Orala through Z. So if your last name falls through Orala through Z, you will be in that third ceremony, okay? So these are the 3 ceremonies: Thursday, the 27th, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 3 p.m., okay? Remember, make sure you're following your last name, because we will be checking you in according to your last name.
Hey, Mr. Jones, can you go just a little bit slower for Monique to catch up?
Okay, got it. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. Got you. So again, 3 ceremonies, last name, first ceremony, last name A through Gonzalez, Alma. The second ceremony, Gonzalez Antonio through Origel. And then the third ceremony, which will be at 3 p.m., is Orala through Z. All right. So just look for where your last name falls, and that's the ceremony that you will be attending. The first one, the second one, or the third.
So if your name starts with Antonio Gonzalez, that means you're in the 12 o'clock, right?
Yes. So
Just
let's
to clarify.
so Gonzalez Antonio, that's Antonio Gonzalez. Antonio, you will be in the 12 o'clock ceremony. Okay, Antonio, you will be holding it down. First one, Antonio Gonzalez, in the second ceremony. And if you have questions, like I said, feel free to hit the chat. You can write them and jot them down to the side, or we're just going to go ahead and save those for the end. All right, when it comes to turning in materials, okay? So we all know that you guys have Chromebooks out, you guys have textbooks out, and you guys may even have some library books, okay? So with the Chromebooks, all right, if you are a senior and you need to turn your Chromebooks, you can turn it into the site or the library on 5/20 or 5/21. That's either tomorrow, which is Thursday or Friday, or if you're going to need it for class that next week, because I know a lot of you guys are going to ask, hey, do we still have to come to class Monday and Tuesday? Yes, you still have to come to class Monday and Tuesday, okay? You are not graduated yet. You're almost there, but next Monday and Tuesday, you will have to go to class. So if you need your Chromebook in order to go to class for next Monday and next Tuesday, keep your Chromebook until the 25th. All right. And then on the 25th, you'll be able to turn your Chromebook starting at 12 o'clock any day, 8 o'clock to 2 p.m. All right. So anytime after that last class, you can go ahead and turn in your Chromebook. And that's the same ordeal with the textbooks. Okay. Let's say you don't need your textbooks anymore after this week. Feel free to turn in your textbooks on Thursday or Friday. Yes, you still have to come to class. Mr. Jones, do I still have to show up to Zoom meeting? Yes, you still have to show up to Zoom meeting. Mr. Jones, do I still have to come on campus if I'm an A or B person? Yes, you still have to come to campus if you are on A or B schedule. Okay. So make sure you're coming to class. Miscellaneous, anything, any like libraries or anything like that, anything that you checked out that is not a consumable book, meaning like the paperback books, the ones that you rip out, a lot of the math classes, the English classes have those. Anything other than that, make sure you bring that back to us, okay? If you do not bring it back, it's gonna stop you and hinder you from picking up your diploma, okay? So everything you checked out falls under your student ID number, okay? So make sure that you bring everything back that you have checked out. Again, if you have those questions, feel free to hit the chat, jot it down to the side, and we'll go ahead and get to those at the end of the presentation. I know everybody's been asking about this, those graduation tickets. How do we do them? How do we get them? How many are we getting, and who needs a ticket, right? So how many are you getting? Each student will get 4 graduation tickets. All right, each student will get 4 graduation tickets, and that's only so that we can be in compliant with the CDC guidelines. Okay, so we can't just have everybody in the stadium all at once. So that's why we have 4 tickets for each student. Okay, now tickets will be distributed on Wednesday. That's 5/26. That's next Wednesday in the Roseman parking lot. Okay, if you're in ceremony 1, you come between 8 and 10. If you're in ceremony, you can come and pick up your tickets between 8 and 10 o'clock. If it's ceremony 2, you can come between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. And if you're in the last ceremony, you come between 12 and 2 p.m. to pick up your 4 graduation tickets, okay? Big question is, who needs a ticket? Every person who enters the stadium will need a ticket. That means the infants, a baby, if they're carrying them outside of the stomach, needs a ticket. All right, that baby, he's almost grown. He needs a ticket, okay? Just kidding, but they do need tickets. Toddlers, they need tickets, okay? Anybody entering that stadium needs a ticket, okay? That's the only way that we can ensure that you guys have an in-person graduation if we follow these rules. So we are going to follow these rules to a T in order to make sure that we can provide this this service for you guys, okay? So anybody who enters that stadium, you need a ticket. Mr. Jones, can we buy more tickets? No, we are not selling more tickets. Mr. Jones, can I sell my tickets to my friends because I don't have any guests? No, you cannot sell your tickets, okay? Your tickets need to be corresponding to your four guests who live in your household, okay? So make sure that if you have any questions about tickets or anything like that, jot those down to the side and we'll get to them.
Somebody's asking if that includes the person graduating. So it's 4 tickets.
No, you don't need a ticket. You don't count. We count you in the capacity already, so you don't need a ticket for yourself. So you and four guests. You and 4 guests. Thank you for that. Cap and gowns. Okay, good and great people. Cap and gown. Okay, they've been here since I want to say probably a couple weeks ago. And so if you have not picked up your cap and gown yet, come and do so ASAP. They are in the library. They can be picked up anytime, Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock to 2 p.m. Okay, go into the library or the spot, as many of us know it. Go in there, ask for your name. They're going to give you your name. They're going to give you your cap and gown and your stole. Okay, so make sure that you guys pick these up. The sooner the better. We're trying to get them out to you guys. I know some of you guys want to take pictures. Beforehand, you'll be able to take pictures in your cap and gown because your cap and gowns are here and ready to go. Okay, so anytime between 8 and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday in the spot, make sure you come pick up your cap and gown. All right. If you're on campus, let's say you're on the A or B schedule, you can come pick it up during the passing period. Or you can come pick it up before school or after school. If you're not on the distance learning schedule, come anytime after your last class. All right. We don't want you to miss class to come pick up your cap and gown anytime before or after your last class. We'll be there until 2:30. Okay. I just gave you guys a little leeway, 2 o'clock. Okay. So make sure that if you need your cap and gown and the stash, make sure you come by and pick that up in the spot. All right, what are some things to expect on graduation, okay? So for our students, the first thing that you guys should be expecting to happen, we need you guys to arrive 30 minutes prior to your ceremony start time. So if you're in that first group and the first ceremony starts at 9 o'clock, we need you here by 8:30. The second group, the ceremony starts at 12 o'clock. We want you here by 11:30. And that last group, the third ceremony starts at 3 p.m. We need you here by 2:30, okay? That's because this year, as you guys know, we are not having a graduation practice. Okay, so that time, that 30 minutes before is going to be super, super crucial to have you guys there. All right, so make sure that you guys get there at least 30 minutes prior to your graduation start time. You guys are going to enter through the Rosemary parking lot, through the baseball field gate. Okay, so not through the normal way that you enter through the stadium and through the rest of the way that the rest of the crowd enters the stadium. If you go to the side, as you're like, if you're leaving Rosemary parking lot, there's a gate and there's an entrance right there that lets you into the baseball field. That's where the students are going to enter at. We're going to check you in there and make sure that everybody is here. We're going to do a little quick run through and line everybody up, and that's going to be our practice. Okay, we're trying to follow the CDC guidelines in order to make sure that we can give you guys an in-person graduation ceremony. Okay, so making sure that we follow these guidelines to a T. Again, with students, we'll line you up 10 minutes prior to your start of your ceremony. We want you there 30 minutes prior to. We're going to start lining up 10 minutes prior to the start, okay? Then we'll start walking out once most families have entered the stadium for that ceremony start time. Then you guys will start walking out, okay? So make sure that you guys arrive 30 minutes prior to and enter through the baseball field in the Rosemary parking lot. Again, now with students, you guys are going to leave the ceremony first. So once you guys stand up, you guys will move your tassels to the other side. Each row will get up in the same way you guys entered. You guys will all exit the stadium. Okay. When you guys exit the stadium, no families will exit the stadium until the last student has left the stadium, and the students will meet the families in the Rosemary parking lot. Okay, so families will not be allowed onto the stadium or onto the turf. You guys will meet all of your students and families will meet in the Rosemary parking lot. Now for my families, parking will be in the Rosemary parking lot and also in the West parking lot, okay? So I advise you the earlier you get there, the better your parking situation is gonna be. If you get there early, you'll be able to park in the Rosemary parking lot, which is closest to the stadium. If you get there a little later, you'll be able to park in the West parking lot, which is a little bit on the other side of campus, still feasible for people to walk through and get there on time, okay? So those are the two parking lots that we will be utilizing. Now for families, only 4 guests per student will be allowed in the stadium. All right, so please don't bring 6 people because we will not be able to let you guys in, all of you guys in. Don't bring 5 people because we will not be able to let all you guys in. Don't bring 4 people and a toddler because that toddler counts as a person. Okay, so make sure that each student has only 4 guests coming in order to make sure that we are following the CDC guidelines and ensuring that we give you guys a successful event. We need to make sure that we follow these guidelines to a T. And then families, finally, well, you guys will be exiting the stadium by sections. Okay, so after the students have left, we're going to exit the families by sections. Okay, our stadium is numbered off by letter section. Depending on what letter section you're sitting in, that's how we're going to exit the stadium. Okay, in order to avoid the crowding up and everybody bottlenecking through the gates, we're going to make sure that we do this in a timely fashion so that you guys aren't sitting in the sun for long periods of time, but we do want to make sure that we're following those CDC guidelines. Okay, I'm going to leave this up for a little second. If you guys have any questions, feel free again to jot those down to the side or put those in the chat. We're going to go ahead and get to those at the end. Okay,
Just a quick question. Will they need to wear masks during the ceremony?
that's coming up next. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Short to answer that question, yes, you will need to bring your mask. You will need to bring your mask. Yes. So some do's and don'ts. You guys walked me right into it. Thank you for whoever asked that question. Great timing. So some do's and don'ts of graduation. Yes, please bring your mask in order to. I know there's a lot of talks about, hey, you don't have to wear your mask if you're fully vaccinated. June 15th, the mask mandate is going away. But as of right now, to follow the CDC guidelines and to ensure that this event is safe for all participants, you will need to wear your mask. Okay. Please do not bring any balloons, noisemakers, or large sounds. Again, we are dealing with limited space, especially with trying to keep distance between families. So please do not bring the balloons, and just be mindful of other graduates about the noisemakers and the loud sounds. You can, please do decorate your cap and gown, but please make sure that it's school appropriate, or we will provide a loaner cap for you. I don't want to go into details about what's school appropriate. I'm pretty sure we all know about that. All right. But if you don't know about it and you happen to have a cap that is not appropriate, I will be the one to take that bad boy from you and provide you with the loaner cap. Okay. I don't want you to mess up your creativity. And I don't want to mess up your day. So keep it PG-13 and we'll all be good. Don't. Students, ladies, you know what? Yeah, ladies, do not wear heels. Okay, we're graduating on the turf. I know this is heartbreaking for a lot of our young ladies, and I'm sorry, but our turf cannot take the heels. All right, so make sure that you guys are wearing flats. All right, we will be there checking to see if you guys have on heels or just the soles in your shoes are a little bit too deep for the turf. So make sure, just make it easy for all of us. Come on in, and it'll be easy for you to walk anyways. Wear those flats, and then you can throw your heels on after when you're taking a picture. Also, do not linger around in the stadium or the parking lot, and this is also per CDC guidelines. So the reason why we have the graduation spaced out like we do is because per the CDC guidelines, we have to have 2 hours in between each graduation where there is sanitation going on in the stadium and in the parking lots. Okay, and so we're asking that people do not linger around in the stadium or linger around in the parking lot. So especially if you're in the Rosemary parking lot, we're asking that you after the ceremony, try to evacuate the parking lot as soon as possible so that we can prepare and sanitize for the next graduation. Okay. And the last please enjoy yourself. Respect others and spacing between the families. And please do make sure you pick up your diploma June 1st and 2nd between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Okay, and those will be in the spot between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. The spot, aka the library. Okay, make sure that you pick up those diplomas. So just know that when you get your diploma cover on graduation day, it won't have your diploma in there. Okay, so make sure you get ready to come back on June 1st or June 2nd between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. to pick up that your actual diploma. Also, make sure that by this time you have turned in everything: Chromebooks, textbooks, any kind of miscellaneous items, because if you haven't, you will not receive your diploma, okay? If you have not turned in any late textbooks, any Chromebooks, and have not paid all of your fines, you will not receive your diploma. So make sure your fines are paid off, make sure your books are turned in, and make sure those library books and all kind of things that are checked out have been turned back into us. Leave that up there for a little second. Again, questions are going to be held at the end, and it's almost time. Boom. So, good and great people, congratulations to the class of 2021. You guys did it. We're super proud of you. We're so glad that we're able to provide you guys an in-person graduation. Last year, we were able to do a drive-through graduation. This year, we're able to step it up just a little bit more and provide you guys with that in-person graduation with slight modifications. But we're so glad that we're able to see you guys in person and give you guys this luxury. So now we're going to open up the floor for any questions, comments, concerns about anything and all things. The only way is to hit those questions in the chat. Woo, and they have been coming in. Not
Mr.
even if they're
Jones.
big heels,
So,
no heels at all, good people.
so
But
Mr.
can
Jones,
in their defense, can they wear wedges? The wedges are not considered heels, but they're, it's thicker. It's not the pointy. A heel can they?
So the wedges may be okay only because they won't stick into the turf. The wedges
Okay.
are fine, no heels. Thanks, Mr. Rodriguez.
just be mindful that you'll be walking up possibly a ramp and or stairs. So make sure we wear shoes that we've worn before.
Another
Okay.
Don't want to
question.
be that kid.
I would
whether-
hate to see anybody fall.
Yeah, somebody's asking if we are having a Zoom link for the families can view the graduation ceremony.
I believe that's for the virtual graduation.
Yes.
So we're not.
The district. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say, so we're
the
not
dis-
recording? Sorry.
Yes, we are recording. The district will be the district will be putting on a virtual graduation. It won't be like a live stream graduation. Hopefully, if I'm able to get an iPad, I have hopes or intentions of going live on our Facebook account. So if you guys are following our Facebook account, please go ahead and follow us. And if I can get a hold to an iPad, I'll make sure that I go live at each ceremony.
Well, I have my iPad if you need it, so
There we
I'm
go.
willing to. It's for
going
the
live.
kids. It's for our students. So
We're going live. And what I'll do, because I just seen Adrian ask, so it won't be live. So what we'll do is we'll go live, and then we'll also post that on our Facebook so that students will be able to go back and look at it and reflect on it. How do we? I see one question. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, question about tickets, Mr. Jones. We have some students that are taking their AP test on Wednesday. That day, would we be able to just hold their tickets? They could come a little bit later or earlier.
Yes, so yes, you will be able to do that. Thank you for that heads up with the AP testing. So what we'll do is, as soon as I get the tickets, what I will do is I'll reach out to that AP testing group, and then I will make sure that they get their tickets either prior to the AP testing or after that AP testing time. But the sooner we get the tickets, as soon as we get them, we'll start pushing those bad boys out.
So I
You
just
do not
want to
have to pay
clarify.
for the ticket.
Okay, I just want to clarify for the heels because I know I keep seeing the question. The thick heels is fine as long as it doesn't sink into the turf, correct?
I'm not a shoe.
Well, the thick heel won't sink into the turf because it's
as
thicker.
long as it does not sink in, as long as
What-
it's not a pointy
wedges
heel
and-
and it will not sink.
Wedges
We're
and thick heels are appropriate,
There we go.
Just-
as
See?
long as you can walk in them appropriately on grass.
Yeah.
There you
grass,
go. As I say,
on
as long
turf,
as you
yeah.
can walk on grass.
Yes. Can I walk the stage with a Mexican flag?
Dress
Let's see.
attire, appropriate dress attire.
So
Is that
do
a
we,
question? Sorry.
I know they keep asking about tickets, but for the people who logged in, it is being recorded. So if you want to go back and watch the webinar, it would be wise only because there's maybe more questions you might ask that were addressed earlier, just for your information.
Yes, definitely. And also to piggyback on that, if students are missing or they did not order a cap and gown, we also will provide loaner cap and gowns to you as well. Okay, so if you don't have a cap and gown, we do have a couple loaner cap and gowns, but please reach out to us and let us know. You can reach out to me via email, or you can reach out to anybody on the panel via email and let us know if you need a loaner cap and gown.
Mr. Jones, somebody's asking if the sibling can pick up the cap and gown.
The sibling. Now, so just to be transparent, honestly, I would prefer that if possible, that senior would come pick up their cap and gown. Only because I don't want any confusion. This is a super important event, and I don't want any mishaps or anything like that. So if you can, definitely come pick it up yourself.
How about with
And
the tickets?
Same thing.
With the tickets, please, yes, come pick it up yourself. Or you can send your parent with your ID.
Is there asking,
Only
is there
because you're only
is
gonna
there a
receive
male
4.
dress code?
For dress code, I would say just be mindful. It could be warm. You're going to be wearing a gown. I would just and make sure you're not wearing anything with like logos or images or anything like that. I would just stick to just plain colors and maybe some like a collar for the boys.
Yeah.
But
it could be warm, so be prepared.
So if you have questions regarding what time you're going to be, and it's kind of confusing, I know what the last thing is, what time you're actually walking the stage, you can reach out to your counselors. We are on campus every day, and you can email us or you can stop by if you're on campus and we'll let you know. We'll give you details about the time you'll be walking if you're confused about the times.
Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Yes, please reach out if you are confused or anything like that. We are definitely here to support you and to make sure that you have all the information that you need.
Are they able to get a tassel if they already have their cap and gown?
If you don't have a tassel, come to K1, and I'll get you squared away. But it should have been in your. If it's not in there, come to K1, and I'll get it figured out for you.
Or there'll be a professional photographer for students?
So we are going to have a photographer come and take pictures when they're walking across stage, but that'll be the only time that they're going to be taking pictures. Those pictures will be uploaded to our school Facebook and to our social medias so that students can look at them.
And again, folks, this is being recorded, so if you need to go back and look at the whole webinar, please do so.
Definitely. This webinar will be posted on our school homepage and also on our social media platforms, okay? So on our Facebook and our Instagram.
Somebody's asking about leis. Can they wear their leis?
Yes, you can wear your leis. Feel free to bring your leis.
So if you go live, will you post update on Instagram?
If we go live, I will post it. In order to go live on both accounts, I'll need 2 laptops. So it'll most likely be live on the Facebook page. And so that's where I will most likely be. Or I'll try to change them in between, but most likely
I can get you 2 iPads.
Okay, well then we'll go live from both.
You'll just have to find somebody. You'll have to find somebody to run one of them, and you do the other one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that for you guys. You can definitely wear other cords and stoles other than Stagg related. Just make sure again that they're school appropriate. You can wear all your stoles. You can wear all your honor stoles. All of those good things. The graduation ceremony also be on live or Zoom. We answered the live or Zoom question. What about yearbooks? Yearbooks are available to be picked up. You can pick your yearbook up anytime, 8 to 2 p.m. Yearbooks are here. I'm not sure if I got to all your questions, so just keep them coming. If we haven't answered your questions, just keep them coming.
For the students who are receiving honors for like the Pinnacle Awards and the distinguished students and some of the biliteracy students, you will receive all those, all that, your certificates and everything the day you pick up your diploma.
Thank you. I know a question is, are we doing senior events? Unfortunately, we are not able to do senior events because we still are limited capacity at things. We literally put all of our energy that we had to make this in-person graduation push. And so hopefully you guys can see our work through that. But we will not have any senior events. Yearbooks can be picked up on campus. They are in the yearbook classroom. So if you want to just come on campus, you can come to the main office and somebody will go grab your yearbook for you. Let's see. I'm just taking a quick scan back through the chat.
A lot of questions about dress code. They want to make sure that they're clarifying what is appropriate, what's not.
So jeans are fine. Jeans and a nice shirt for our young men, collar shirt, that's fine. And of course, let's just make sure that we're following the everyday school dress code and make it look nice. It's up. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and yes, the PSA students are part of Stagg students, correct? So they are walking the stage with Stagg students because they are Stagg students.
Yes. Not totally sure on the answer about buying yearbooks. What I can do is I can look into it. I'll ask our yearbook teacher, Mr. Bagnasco, and I'll see if he has any extra yearbooks left over, and we'll post that to the homepage as well.
So somebody's asking about certain grades to walk or just all the credits. So the district this year is allowing students to walk the stage who are within 10 credits of graduation. So if you only need 10 credits, you're behind 10 credits, you can still walk the stage, but you have to make them up for summer school. And you have to come sign the contract that you will attend summer school. So again, reach out to your counselor.
Yes, indeed. Just so some quick highlights. I'm going to go back just real quick because I finished way earlier than what we thought. Keep those questions coming if you guys have them. Remember, we have 3 ceremonies. Those ceremonies are going to be on Thursday the 27th, 9 a.m. A through Gonzalez Alma will be in that first ceremony. This is broken down by last name. The second ceremony at 12 p.m. will be Gonzalez Antonio through Orgel. And that third and final ceremony will be Orala through Z. So if your last name happens to fall on any of those, that's what ceremony you will be participating in. Okay.
So it says, can they repeat about seniors missing 10 credits?
Go ahead, Mr. Rodriguez.
I'm going to give an example. If a student has 200 credits, but they need 210 to graduate, they can still walk the stage. However, they will need to attend summer school to make up the 10 credits that they still are missing. They won't receive their diploma until they finish those 10 credits.
Thank you. Also, along those lines, you will not receive your diploma if you do not turn in your required materials. If you have any fines for any textbooks or any Chromebooks or any other library books or anything like that, you will not be able to receive your diploma. So make sure you're turning in those Chromebooks either Thursday or Friday. If you still need them for class, because seniors are required to go to class next Monday and Tuesday, keep them and you can return those in on the 25th along with everything else.
And if they are attending summer school, they will need the Chromebook, so they can hold on to it until they're done with their classes. Correct, Mr. Jones?
That is correct. That is correct. Thank you. Also, thank you to Mr. Jorgensen, who just put the summer school link. If you are interested and you need summer school, you need to take it, go ahead and fill out this Google form. And this will allow your counselors to know that you're interested in it and also let them know ways of contacting you and getting a hold of you. All right. So fill out that Google form so that we can get an guesstimation on who all needs summer school.
So, Mr. Jones, somebody's asking about where will they pick up the diplomas?
So the diplomas will most likely be in the spot on June 1st and June 2nd, or if that doesn't work. So these are the two options for it. It's either going to be in the spot, or we're either going to do a drive-through pickup like we did with the materials in the Rosemary parking lot with the tickets. Okay. And so we'll give you a for sure answer on graduation date on whether it's going to be a drive-through in Rosemary parking lot, or you're come and pick it up through the spot.
So there's another question. If you're behind 25 credits and you can't make up 15 to walk within the 10 that you need, I'm sorry, but the district said only 10. Now, if you're missing 5, you can still walk the stage, but again, you won't receive your diploma until you finish your credits.
Correct.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. So if you don't have if you don't have a ride, if you don't have a ride to come pick up your tickets, just to do the drive-through style, you can walk up and we will still provide you with your tickets. Looking at that again, those tickets are going to be available next Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you're in the first ceremony, you can pick up your tickets from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. If you're in the second ceremony, you can pick up your tickets from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And if you're in the third ceremony, you can pick up your tickets from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. All right. And so this will be the day that you guys will pick up your tickets. If we get the tickets sooner, we'll start pushing them out sooner. Okay. And everybody needs a ticket. Go ahead.
Someone's asking if when we call the names, can we say the middle name instead of the first name because it's hard for us to pronounce it? So
I think
what's going to happen is, go ahead.
I think with that one, they're going to be given a card and they're going to write their name how they want it called.
Bingo.
Yes. But if we can phonetically write it down, we could probably do the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Right. So the councils will say whichever name, school appropriate, that you put on that index card. Okay. So whatever you want your name to be called, when you're getting your accolades and you're getting your diploma, you put it on there and you be proud about it. Just a couple of highlights again, cap and gowns, pick those up now. Anytime 8 to 2 in the library, you can pick those up now.
And again, if you have any questions regarding graduation, regarding transcripts, regarding credits, regarding summer school, please reach out to your counselor.
All right. Yeah. And then again, these are some graduation with things to expect. Arriving 30 minutes early, making sure that you're entering through that baseball field. Students will leave the ceremony first. Families will leave at a staggered time. We will release families by sections. Only 4 guests, and then we'll have the Rosemary parking lot and the West parking lot available. If your gown is a little too big, rock it. Also, make sure you bring your mask, no balloons. You can decorate your cap, school appropriate. No heels, wedges, and thick heels are fine. And no lingering in the stadium or in the parking lot. And then picking up your diplomas June 1st and June 2nd.
Question about if students can attend.
This will be dependent. Well, the first and the second ceremony will be during class. The first ceremony will be during class time. The second ceremony, as long as students are on that list and they have a ticket and they're part of your 4, then they can attend. As long as they have a ticket and they're part of your 4 guests, they can attend. If you're a parent picking up that cap and gown, you can go directly to the library. So the graduation, we will, if we get 2 iPads, we will stream it from our Facebook page and from our Instagram page going live. No, if you are not invited, you do not have a ticket, you will not be allowed to enter the stadium. All right, getting great people. If you guys have any last minute questions, feel free to throw those in the chat. I'll stick around for a couple minutes. But just know that this webinar is being recorded. You can bring your flowers. Sorry. This webinar is being recorded, and we will have this on our social media sites and also on our school homepage. Okay. So if you missed it, or if you want to go back and hear it again, you will have access to that. You can go to the front parking lot to return your Chromebook. So if you don't have any more questions, feel free to leave. We appreciate you guys. Congratulations, class of 2021. We're super happy, super proud to be providing you guys an in-person graduation, and we can't wait to see you guys. I'll stick around, answer any questions that are left over, but that's all from me, folks. Go Lakers. That's where I'm riding with, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you to our panelists. I really appreciate you guys for stepping in and stepping up on time, answering questions. Super appreciate